Dear grade 11 students, welcome back and a new English lesson. Our lesson today is Writing 7b, Interpreting a Pie Chart, Part 2. Dear students, there are three objectives for our lesson today. The first objective, ask about and explain independently causes and consequences of more complex process and ideas. The second objective, plan and draft an extended complex text with a little support and modify the draft in response to feedback. The final objective, compose a pie chart interpretation. Dear students, now it's time to warm up. Okay, now let's remember what we have done in the previous lesson. So, let's start with this question. What should we consider when we interpret a pie chart? In other words, what should we concentrate on? What should we deal with in order to interpret a pie chart? Okay, in order to interpret a pie chart, we need to look for a lot of information, such as differences in the size of the slices, different numbers and percentages, different activities. Of course, we should keep an eye on the highest and the lowest portions in order to be able to draw comparisons. Dear students, now it's time to start our lesson. Please open your students' books on page 109, exercise E. Dear students, it's exercise E. Look at the highlighted words in the text and complete the phrases in the vocabulary books. So, here is the text. On page 108, exercise C, look at the highlighted words, then we are going to use the highlighted words and phrases in order to complete the vocab books on page 109. Dear students, please make sure that you are opening your students' books on page 109, exercise E. So, look at the highlighted words in the text of exercise C, page 108 on the previous slide, then complete the phrases in the vocab box. So, let's remember the highlighted words together. Less, have, contrast, least, conclusion, seems, quota, proportion, percent, majority, and the word chose. Dear students, look at the highlighted words carefully. Read the text and the vocab books well. Then try to use the suitable words in order to complete the vocab books. After that, play the video again in order to check your answers in the next slide. Okay, now dear students, it's time to check the answers of exercise E, students' books, page 109. So, let's check the answers. The pie chart, excellent, shows that has the same meaning as illustrates, represents, and depicts. Number two, the majority, excellent, the majority of teenagers. And then we complete. So, the other one, a space percentage or proportion that has the same meaning of percentage. So, the third answer is proportion. Excellent. 12% space, 12%. So, the word percent. Excellent. Number five, 25%, a space, a quota, excellent, of the teenagers, space of the teenagers, Excellent. Half of the teenagers, because after that we have 50%. So 50% means half of the teenagers. Excellent. Space number 7, the most or least. Excellent. Popular activity is more or less. Excellent. In comparison or contrast. Excellent. Overall means in conclusion. Fantastic. And they have the same meaning as to summarize, or it can be concluded that. Excellent. It space 11. It seems. Excellent. So it seems it has the same meaning as appears, and then we complete. Excellent. Good job. Now let's open students' books on page 109, exercise F. Dear students who are still in exercise F, students' books, page 109. Dear students, what you simply need to do in this exercise is to try to make use of the information in the pie chart in order to complete the description. Dear students, try to make use of the vocabulary books in activity E in order to help you to complete this description. Dear students, please pause the video for some time. Try to get your answers ready. After that, play the video again in order to check your answers. Okay, now it's time to check the answers. The pie chart shows the percentages of internet users that come from the different regions of the world. It clearly shows that 1. Excellent, the majority. We also can use a significant number. We can also use a large considerable number. So the majority of internet users come from Asia. Just under excellent, a quota of users come from Europe, and large percentages come from North America and Latin America as well. Number 3, excellent. In contrast, we can also use in comparison. So, in contrast to this, the chart shows that only a small, excellent percentage, we can also use the word proportion. So, a small percentage of users come from Africa and the Middle East. The region with the fewest internet users is Australia, as only one, excellent, 1% of users come from this region. Number 6. Overall, fantastic. We can also use in conclusion or to summarize. Overall, the graph illustrates that while large numbers of the internet users come from Europe and the Americas, almost excellent half of all users come from Asia. The last one, it seems likely. Fantastic. We can also use in conclusion or to summarize, or it is evident that, or it can be concluded that. It seems likely that this is due to the high populations found in countries of this region. Now open students' books, page 109, exercise G. Dear students who are in exercise G, students' books, page 109. Read the writing task and underline the keywords and phrases. And then look at the pie chart and answer the questions. So, let's read the writing task. Your class has done a survey to see which devices students in the school prefer to use when accessing social media. The results are shown in the pie chart. Describe the information by selecting and reporting the main features of the chart and make comparisons where relevant. So, what do you think are the keywords and phrases? Excellent. It's a survey. It's about the devices which students use or prefer to use. Excellent. When accessing social media. What do we look for? We look for the results, which are provided in the pie chart. We are going to use them to describe the information by selecting and reporting the main features and make comparisons. Dear students, now let's look at the pie chart and answer the questions. Here's the first question, the second question, and the third question. Dear students, please pause the video for some time, look at the pie chart carefully, then try to get your answers ready. After that, play the video again in order to check your answers. Okay, so the first question, what information does the pie chart show? Hmm, excellent. The pie chart shows the devices students prefer to use for accessing social media. Excellent. Question number two, what are you required to do? And the answer is you are required to describe the information by selecting and reporting only the main features and to be able to make comparisons. Good job. Question number three, what writing style should be used? Okay, so we should use objective, factual, clear, concise, and informative style because we are reporting facts. Excellent. Dear students, please open students' books on page 109, exercise H. Okay, dear students, before going to the workbook pages 92 and 94 to plan and write the description, please let's read the information in the tab here. When writing a description of a pie chart, do the following. Look at the chart and make notes of the key information shown. State what the chart is about. What question is it answering? Use the present simple when summarizing the information in the pie chart and the present progressive when talking about the trends. Give details about any parts of the chart that stand out, like the biggest and the smallest sections. Choose carefully which information you think is important. Finally, draw a conclusion based on an overall understanding of the information shown in the chart. Dear students, now it's time to open the workbook on page 92. Dear students, please open your workbooks on page 92. It's the planning for a description of a pie chart. Okay, before planning, let's ask a major question. How many parts are there in the description of a pie chart? And the answer is 1, 2, and 3. So there are 3 main sections in describing a pie chart. So the first paragraph is the introduction. What should we do in the introduction? In the introduction, we should mention what is the pie chart about. In the second and the third paragraph, or what we call it, the main body, we always use the information presented in the pie chart in one paragraph or two paragraphs, making comparisons, making contrasting data, and drawing conclusions. In the final part, or the last paragraph, or what we call it the conclusion, we repeat the points again and reflect on the title of the pie chart. Okay, now it's time to complete the planning according to the given pie chart. So here is the pie chart with the devices students prefer to use when accessing social media. The first one, introduction. What does the pie chart show? It shows the different devices students use when accessing social media. What questions is the pie chart answering? It answers the question, which devices do students use when accessing social media? Now, in the main body, what does the largest percentage indicate? It indicates smartphones. What does the smallest percentage indicate? It indicates other devices. In the conclusion, what are the key points? The different devices and the different percentages. What final conclusion can be drawn from the data in the chart? This is what we are going to find out in the model writing. We're going to find in the next slides. Okay, now let's have the model writing for the description of the pie chart. Dear students, here is a suggested answer for a description for this pie chart. Here is the first section, the introduction. Here is the main body, and here is the conclusion. Please try to read the model well in order to be able to write your own topics. Thank you. Dear students, here are some useful writing websites that will help you a lot in writing description for pie charts. Dear students, at the end of our lesson, thank you very much for watching. Till we meet again, wish you all the best. Thank you and goodbye.